Alright then, so in this video I'm going to be talking about things that Apex should definitely add to their game. Things that will, in my opinion, will make the game so much better and more interesting to play. Like some of them aren't big like game changers, but the things that will definitely make the game more enjoyable. And for people like me who've been playing it since day one, it'll be a nice refreshing change. We're going to be going over like 5 things, but they're in no particular order, they're just things that I've just come up with and written them down as I've gone along. So coming in at number 1, I've got an idea that I think is going to be quite interesting. I don't know how it would work, but I'm sure someone would find a way. It's going to be like player hop-ups. This is a really interesting concept, I think. You'd find like a hop-up for a character. These would be things that would help certain characters' abilities and, you know, enhance them, make them better. So for example, like a good one I've come up with is, you know, when you're reviving his lifeline, she has that shield but only blocks a certain area. But what about if you found like the gold hop up for her and then it makes like a Gibby bubble to like protect you from like every angle? Now these would be things that would be too overpowered to keep as permanent like buffs to the character, things that would keep you on your toes, keep it interesting. Obviously they'd have to be like gold tier to find, because these things like that would be too overpowered. Right, so the second thing that I've come up with is something I think would be really like interesting thing to add to it. That would be melee combat. Again, I'm not sure how it would work. People would find a way to make it balanced and not viable, but I think it'd be useful if you land hot zone or something and you can't find a weapon, and everyone's experienced that. But what if you could do an uppercut with Gibby or something? You press like circle or whatever your melee button is 3 times, and he just does like a small combo or something instead of just the regular just punch or kick. Start throwing hands with someone. I'd like to see this. Like I said, I don't know how it would work. I don't know if it'd be any good. I don't know if it'd make a difference to anything. It'd be a nice addition, I think. You also have like other mechanics to add to that too. Like you could have like a light attacks, heavy attack, even a dodge button, depends how creative they want to get. Like aerial attacks, go for it. I just think it'd be fun to have. So the third thing that I have is something that, in my opinion, should be in the game from the start. It just makes sense from every angle. It's helmets decreasing ability times and cooldown times and stuff like that, because the gold one already does that, I think by what, 20% or something. So why can't all of the helmets do that, as well as reducing headshot damage? You don't have to be much. Like the grey one could do it by 5%, and they could go up in 5s like that. Because I know when I'm in a game and I go past a blue helmet or whatever, I'm not gonna go back and pick it up. But if that was a blue armor, purple or something, I'm going back for that, or someone pings it, I'm going to go get it. It just gives a reason for helmets, because unless you're playing PC, you're not really aiming for headshots or going out your way. You hit them if you're lucky. I feel like knockdown shields could also have an effect. They could do something as well as like absorbing bullets. Like if you got a purple one compared to a grey one, if you got a purple knockdown, you get picked up like, I don't know, like 1.5 seconds quicker than you do a grey, or just something like that. It just gives more purpose to things like that in the game. So coming in at number 4, like, I think a lot of people would be feeling the same way that I am with this. It's more unique LTMs or limited time modes, because at the end of the day, every LTM that's been added is just basically a battle royale. I know the game's supposed to be a battle royale. I feel like I can't really, off the top of my head, besides the shadow one, the dummy one, and the train one, I really can't think of any. None of them stand out to me, because they're all, if you come down to it, they're all just more battle royale. But the ones I've listed there besides the dummy one, they're different. They do something different. They change the game. They make you play different. And I feel like if you added a team deathmatch, or if you had to do a race with the cars, it'd be something different. It'd be a refreshing change from everything that's already happening, because all of it's the same. And the 5th and final thing that I've got written down, there's no name for it, I don't know what to call it, I've just got written down stat thing. Let me explain what I mean by this. I mean, every game you get into, there's always the same guns being used. The R99, the Mastiff, the Volt, some weirdos out there using the Mozambique, I don't know. What if you had a reason to use the Mozambique, the longbow, stuff like that? What if you had a reason? Like, what if you hit certain milestones with certain guns, and then you got certain things, like say you got 50 kills with the alternator, you get a skin for the alternator, get 100 headshots with it, you get another skin. There's stuff like that. Give a purpose to all the guns that aren't used, and it'd make the games different, like add more varied. Because I know that I get bored of using the same guns all the time, but because I don't have a reason to. I only use the R99 and stuff because everyone else is using it, and I know I'm not going to win a 1v1, but I'd happily lose a game using the Spitfire. No, I'm like 5 kills closer to getting the skin for it. You could do the same thing with Legends too. Say you win 50 games with Horizon. Instead of getting a badge saying you got 50 kills, what if you got a skin or a weapon charm or banner pose or something? Badges are pretty irrelevant. You only see the champions and you don't really pay much attention to that. But if you got 100 wins with Horizon, say you just got the legendary skin, you're gonna think, oh, they know what they're doing. There's something nice to flex. Right, that's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe, and just let me know down below what you thought. Like, what would you want to see in Apex? What do you think they should add?